He wrote us a letter, y'all. Ryan Coogler penned an open letter to thank the audience, us. And along with the letter was a stick of cotton, as well as a photo of his family, including his Aunt Sammy, who one of the characters was named after, and his late Uncle James, whose love for blues music was a major inspiration to the film. Because it's just a photo of the letter, I'm gonna read it out to y'all. It says, "Eternal gratitude. My heart is bursting with it. I want to thank each and every one of you who bought a ticket to see Sinners, who decided to drive to see the film in different formats, who bought popcorn and a drink, booked a sitter and carpooled, and stood in the lobby afterwards and talked and made a friend, who changed their work schedule, who saw the film in groups. I want to thank you all who watched more than once, who recommended the film to others, both in person and on social media or on your text messages chain. I had the gift of the opportunity of making a film inspired by my family and my ancestry, but it was always a film that we wanted to make for audiences in theaters. We always had our minds on you, the audience, and felt a deep responsibility to entertain you and move you in a way only cinema can. I believe," and he highlighted these words, "I believe in cinema. I believe in a theatrical experience, and I believe it is a necessary pillar of society. It's why me and so many of my colleagues have dedicated our lives to the craft. We don't get to do what we do if you don't show up. The global theatrical audience has allowed me to dream, find a career, and build a more sustainable life for me and my family. And the only way I know how to thank you for that is by continuing to mine my personal human experience and my relationships for more stories to bring to you in cinematic language. To see your response to the film has reinvigorated me and many others who believe in this art form." Absolutely. That was me. Absolutely. For this script, this crew, this cast, I dug deep into myself and reached back to my ancestors who breathed so much life and purpose into me. I also unabashedly reached towards my cinematic influences, including but not limited to, all right, y'all, bear with me. It's a bunch of names. Spike Lee, John Singleton, Ernie Barnes, Steve McQueen, Ava DuVernay, Uzan Palsi, Eudora Welty, Oscar Micheaux, Robert Rodriguez, Barry Jenkins, Quentin Tarantino, Nicholas Roeg, Andrea Arnold, Jeremy Saulnier, Paul Thomas Anderson, Joel and Ethan Coen, Bill Gunn, Jordan Peele, John Carpenter, Boots Riley, Shaka King, Nia DaCosta, Terrence Nance, Ryan Johnson, Bradford Young, David Cronenberg, David Lynch, Chris Nolan, Emma Thomas, Theodore Witcher, Francis Capella, Julie Dash, Steven Spielberg, Khalil Joseph, Mati Diop, Ben and Josh Safdie, Stephen King, Robert Palmer, Amir Baraka, Martin Scorsese, Brian De Palma, George Lucas, Ta-Nehisi Coates, Walter Mosley, Stephen Graham Jones, Joel Crawford, Wes Craven, and many others. Every time you show up to the theaters, you allow us to come back and do it again. And together, maybe we can expand the definition of what a blockbuster is, of what a horror movie is, and of what an IMAX audience looks like. I'll see you at the movies, popcorn bucket in hand. With many thanks, Ryan Coogler. P.S. Much has been made about my 13-year partnership with Michael B. Jordan, my 17-year partnership with Ludwig Göransson, and my near lifelong partnership with Zinzi Coogler. But I wanted to shout out Michael Shaver, our picture editor, who I've been working with for 15 years. Michael did exceptional work on this film that isn't being talked about enough, and he missed the press tour to spend time with his beautiful kid. Want to highlight him here and thank him too. Y'all, shout out to this man. Shout out to this man. He's making us all experience his love of this art form. I'm going back. There's something about his intentionality from the beginning to even this. Shout out to Ryan Coogler. I know he thanked us, but I thank him. I think we all do. I thank him for writing a thank you letter to us. Like, what? I think he's redefining what it means to connect with your audience. And he's redefining what it means to bring a film to life. But honestly, I think it's all rooted in being your most authentic self and showing up as your most authentic self. Shout out to him. Shout out to everybody involved. Y'all really did y'all big one, and I appreciate y'all.